Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the National Guard 113NA. This is a clear anodized aluminum door shoe with a neoprene insert. And the 113 is representative of the profile of this item. The N stands for neoprene, and the A stands for clear anodized aluminum. This is also available in the 113N DKB, still a neoprene insert, but it's going to feature a dark bronze anodized aluminum insert. I have the neoprene here. I'm going to set that aside. And here's your aluminum holder. Clear anodized aluminum finish. It's not mill. That's important to note. It's not a mill finish. This is an actual anodized finish over an aluminum based material. Then your neoprene is going to slide inside of here. And I'm going to pause this video while I insert. Well, don't know that I'll have to, actually. Sometimes it takes a little extra work to get these pieces in. And it would be like watching paint dry. So yeah, we'll pause this and come back. Okay, so we've got that inserted in, and it takes a little bit of work. You like to be able to get it started, and it's helpful to have someone help you so that they can pinch this so it feeds in correct. And then you can kind of pull on it and then kind of help it along down the way. Some are worse than others in terms of difficulty of getting the material in. What some people do will feed it in on one side and then just compress it and pinch it in the other side. I generally find I don't have to do that, but there are times when you do have to do that to get it in. It's normal that the material hangs a bit long. You'll notice you want that because it will. You'll want it to run slightly longer than the door, I would think, because you've got a little gap there, and plus because that gap is unknown, it could be a 16th, it could be less, it could be substantially more. They'll send that material out long, so you do have the ability to trim that with your blade. Now, this is an L-shaped door bottom. It has that neoprene insert as we've got put in there. Okay. Where will you use this? Well, this is really not something that's best used on the bottom of a flush door because of its ability to handle what would otherwise be an inverted bottom rail on the door. So you might find great success using this on a door that has that is a hollow metal door. Hollow metal doors, in every instance I can think of, unless something is unusual about it having a flush bottom cap, will have an inverted bottom cap. Below this video is an image showing what the dimensional properties are of the item, and you can see from where the bottom of a door would reside to the bottom of the neoprene, that would be 1/2 inch. Well, if you've got a typical hollow metal door with which would have a 3/4 inch undercut, and then let's say you've put a 1/4 inch rise threshold, this would be ideally suited for that. I wouldn't try to make this work with a 1/2 inch threshold, which is still handicap compliant, but I would want a smaller threshold. Hollow metal door, 1/4 inch rise threshold, something substantial, screwed down to the floor with lead anchors, machine bolts. Then this up in the bottom of your of your hollow metal door. What would be really nice is to apply a drip cap over this as well. I don't know if they have a model of this that incorporates a drip cap. The rest of the dimensional properties before we move on. It's going to have a face dimension of 1 inch. Overall, therefore, is going to be 1.5 inches. Okay, this is very typical 3-foot length. We'll talk about the lengths in a moment. There is a link below this video to a document called Product Brochure that will allow you to review this item and its sister products as it pertains to the other gasketing, other door bottoms from National Guard. And the 113 as I'm stammering, waiting for the page to load. can be reviewed in that document, getting down to what's currently page 3. They do not have a drip cap model as an L shape for an inverted bottom style. And if you were to take note of part number 5, 5VA, you'll see what I mean, inverted bottom style, an inverted bottom channel, inverted bottom, typical for hollow metal doors. They do not have a drip cap model with an inverted style. Drip caps are really substantially effective when it comes to driving water away from the face of the door, helping it. I mean, you know, the point is, where's your line of defense on this? Well, the water's already underneath your door by the time you're attempting to stop it. My point is, with the drip cap, you're going to drive that water away, at least get it out here. You might put one over on top. You might order one that doesn't have any holes, and you might be able to position it over these holes if the height works out for you. But nonetheless, that product brochure will allow you to review all of the items. The neoprene items are there, U and L-shaped, with and without drip caps, flat bottom and inverted bottom style. Other items, the 331 is interesting for an inverted bottom channel as well. And what I like a lot about solutions from National Guard, and in all fairness to others, when you approach the seal problem with a belt and suspenders approach, you do a great job at effectively sealing the bottom of the door. For instance, the 95WH, you'll see that installed. Not only does it give you a seal on the outside of the door, it gives you that drip cap, but also they're showing it on top of their latch track threshold or their bump up threshold. So you're driving the water away, you're stopping it in its tracks on the exterior, and should anything get past you, you've got your belt and suspenders, you got your bump up there as well. Really great option. When you get down further into the document, you'll see some finned vinyl shoes. Neoprene is going to be far superior in almost every application that I can think of over vinyl. Vinyl would only be better than neoprene if cost was the most important aspect and not durability, longevity, etc. I could understand if you had 1,000 of these and you were obligated to provide a door seal on the bottom, you might certainly be interested in providing the least expensive overall cost, and that's where vinyl would suit the requirements of the job. The rest of the product brochure will allow you to look at some bristle material as well. Bristle material as it incorporates a neoprene as well. Also, tall door bottoms, 3-inch face basically, and you'll use those big U-shaped bottoms, and people generally use those when they're looking to salvage a door, get more life out of it, buy a couple of years out of it. You've got a rusted door at the bottom, you've got a wood door that's severely swelled, you can cap it with this door bottom, put a Band-Aid over the infection, you don't see the infection anymore, you just see the Band-Aid. Nonetheless, eventually it'll have to be treated, but it will buy you some time. Now, in terms of length, as I had mentioned earlier, this is a 3-foot length. These are in the site in all lengths from 2 foot to 8 foot. If you have need for a custom length, by all means, let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and simply indicate in the comment field the length you'd like for us to supply the material at. The reasoning is if you had to take this 3-foot piece and cut it down to, say, 32-inch or even 34-inch, you're likely going to cut off that slotted hole. And speaking of that hole, screws are included in a complimentary fashion. But if you ordered a custom length, indicate that in the comment field of the next longest piece. We'll not only locate that slotted hole at the proper distance from the edge, but the proper center to center as well, going down the length. That slotted hole is really handy to have because it will allow you to tailor that bottom on the bottom of a door that may not be square, a sill that may not be level, a jamb that might be trapezoidal in shape, whatever the case is. You may have misdrilled the holes as well when you're pre-drilling those holes for the screws. So those slotted holes are really helpful to have there. Okay, really nice to have. Finally, there is, tantamount, there is a link below this video as well to the instructions, which are included with the item itself. Measure, cut to length, pre-drill your holes, install, that sort of regular business. And then finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the National Guard products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. The name National Guard is utterly synonymous with high-quality weather stripping products. It has been for decades. They're a name that is incredibly well known throughout the industry, trusted, familiar. They are a comprehensive provider of solutions, aluminum, stainless, made of architectural bronze, gasketing, door sweeps, thresholds, other items as well. Their catalog can be reviewed at length to determine if they have items that you can use to your benefit. If you are in the door hardware installation industry, you're probably familiar with National Guard. The thing I'll say about their dark bronze is that it is very dark. It is approaching black. And there is in the industry different flavors of dark bronze anodizing over aluminum, from very light to a bit more moderate to really dark to something that's almost black. National Guard falls in the almost black part of that spectrum. And if you're looking for weather stripping that's basically black or almost black, National Guard would be the company to go with. Any questions on the 113 NA or any other National Guard product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.